Oh,
We're live. Hi everyone,
awesome.
welcome back to another live. Um, just gonna say on the offset, we might not be live for long. So we'll try. So depending. So
Yeah,
we'll just get right into it.
there's always a risk for that.
Yeah.
Especially since I'm sober. I've been sober for so long. I fucking miss cocaine. but I can't afford it now.
Yeah. So if you are seeing the title, 4 days ago, Trump, being Trump,
Ah,
uh, clamped down on well, the Supreme Court allows Trump. Basically, I've got like a clip that we
yeah.
can
Breaking news tonight. The Supreme Court out with
watch.
this ruling on the Trump administration and passports. They're now saying that the Trump administration can force people to ID themselves on passports based on their sex at birth, meaning male or female would be the only options. Critics tonight call that a major blow to transgender rights. The court writing in the order that displaying passport holders' sex at birth no more offends equal protection principles than displaying their country of birth. In both cases, they write, the government is merely attesting to a historical fact without subjecting anyone to differential treatment. Let's bring in Laura Jarrett now. And that felt like it is perhaps at the crux of this idea of whether equal protection rights were violated with the Trump administration's moves. What does it mean in practical terms moving forward for example, transgender people, for people looking to identify themselves on their passport?
Yeah, Hallie, this is a super revealing decision for two reasons. One, because as you say, I think it gives a pretty good window into how the conservative majority views trans rights more generally. Even though this is just on a temporary basis and just as it relates to passports, some of the language there I think is pretty frank and strong and gives a pretty candid view. It's also revealing, though, because it now marks yet another example of how this court has decided to treat the Trump administration's use of executive action, Hallie. Remember, this was something that Trump did in his early moments as he took office for the second time, basically saying there are only two sexes at birth. And so passport's just one of those ways that the Trump administration is now trying to flex its muscle on that, Hallie. Justice Jackson, Hallie, has a blistering dissent here, writing for the liberal wing of the court, and she kind of encapsulates the real-world impact here, Hallie. She says the plaintiffs and the
Say
classes
Hallie
of
one more
transgender
fucking
Americans they
time.
represent are forced to make a difficult choice that no other Americans face. She says use gender incongruent passports and risk harassment, bodily invasions on the one hand, or avoid all activities like travel, opening a bank account, renting a car, starting a new job that may require a passport or the other. So she's sort of teeing up what the equal protection argument would be, which is transgender people on this issue face discrimination in a way that nobody else does. Obviously, they did not win the day on this, Hallie. As I say, this is now going to work its way back through the courts. But as of right now, that passport policy is on. And it had been off since June when it was blocked in the lower courts. But as of right now, the Trump administration gets to do this policy as it continues to work its way through. Now, it doesn't mean it won't come back up to the Supreme Court again on the merits, Hallie. But as of right now, the Supreme Court is saying he gets to do this.
Laura Jarrett with that late breaking.
Yeah.
Sorry. Point of contention. Where did the
Trying to
yeah.
Yeah, as you're saying.
Point of contention. Like, this is not. There are practical reasons for country of birth to be put on the passport. Now, none that I like, none that I specifically think is good, but that's because that's where you're a citizen of the country. There is no practical reason for this to be on the passport. A passport isn't a full document of a person's medical history. It's not a full document of a person's history at all. It's just a document of personal information that pertains to the current um, person, which is why you can like, which is why you can get uh, passports updated, which is why you must get passports updated. On my passport, wait a second, when did I get that one? Yeah, on my passport, I'm fairly certain that I have short, spiked, icy blonde hair, and like like I don't really look like myself. I still use that passport when I travel, but like for the last few years, it's been like they've taken a they've had to double check. I got my ID card renewed a few years ago, and like because it's supposed to be the current information, it's supposed like, the fucking if the picture is that important, then like, am I making sense?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like a passport isn't supposed to be a complete documented history of a person's life and different changes throughout their lives. It's supposed to be current information about the person,
Yeah,
as
I
in
mean,
where you're from.
I
And I don't
mean,
even know. Do passports have? I really should check this, I guess, but I don't know why my passport is right now because who the fuck knows that? But like, do they even have like where you're born on passports? I know they have like country that you are a citizen of because that's the passport that you own. But do they have country of birth on passports? I don't know if you do. I don't know if you.
let's,
Maybe if you have dual citizenship, I don't know. If they do, I think that's important information that needs to be on a passport either. Current country of residence, I think might be. I don't know, but that's just
yeah,
me, and I don't like borders, so maybe I just want to make it easier for the illegals to sneak in.
yeah,
I do, by the way,
yes,
I do want to make it easier for the illegals to sneak in.
yeah. Passports do have country of birth, but
Okay,
what is printed can vary.
yeah, okay.
So yeah, I mean, but this is yet again Donald Trump trying to basically distract himself or distract the public from the ongoing Epstein files. So he's just trying to basically assert his dominance of telling what a minority can do
And
in
isn't he
terms of
doing
their
just a
travel.
bang up job at that?
And it's like I don't even own a passport, and that's not because of any reason. It's simply the fact of one, I don't really need one because I don't really venture outside of the UK. And two, I can't be asked to fill in the application.
Yeah.
You know,
I
obviously, if there comes a time where I will venture outside of the UK and go abroad, then yes, I will obviously get a passport. But I don't need one.
I have a passport just because I have been like abroad often. Not for a while now, but I used to be abroad often. For example, I used to go to the UK a lot. I haven't been in a while, but like I used to go to Scotland a lot. Other than that, I've done great stuff. I've started rolling my own cigarettes, but I suck at it. Just so that everyone knows that it's not a fucking joint I'm rolling.
I mean,
But
have yeah,
yeah.
I have
Sorry.
been outside of the UK, and this was with school. We went to France, courtesy
Oh, was it interesting to
via
see the sun?
Dover.
Was it interesting to see the sun for the first time? I'm sorry, I've only been to Scotland, but every fucking time I'm there, it's like, oh, we're having such a nice summer. It's like, no, it's 14 degrees Celsius outside, and it's fucking overcast. This is the
Yeah.
rainiest place in the world.
Yeah.
I used to game. I used to game. What the fuck? Shoot me now. I used to play Guild Wars when I was younger with this old Scottish lady. That's not who I went and saw, by the way. That's not the reason I went to Scotland. It was just like, and I was like, doesn't your children ever get like want to use the computer? And she's like, yeah, but I just tell them to like, go out and play, so they'll have to stand on them. I'm sorry, I should do this with this. Yeah, but I just tell them that I have to go out and play, and then I'll stand on a rainy field of grass for 2 hours. That was not my best Scottish. But I've been to Edinburgh lots of times.
Mm.
I love the city.
Yeah, it's like I've been as a kid growing up. I've been basically I've been everywhere in the UK basically. So yeah, with school I went to France. Via Dover on a boat.
No.
It was a good experience. I mean, we were only there for like 24 hours because that's for some because school and permits. We were only allowed to be there for 24 hours, so we couldn't really do much. The only place we went to was
the airport.
No, we went by coach. But the only place we went was fucking Disneyland Paris.
That's just like a waste of a day.
Like, no disrespect to people who have kids who love going to Disney, but it's not as fabulous as they make it out to be. It's not.
No,
it's just
not.
It's just a massive theme park.
I will though say, massive disrespect to anyone who's an adult and like a Disney adult who goes to Disney. You are a weird fucking species of people that I do not consider myself to. Oh, I'm a Disney adult. Yeah, I grew up. So, which is your favorite Disney film? Well, okay, I do have a favorite Disney film. Guess my favorite Disney film. It's Sleeping Beauty. It's a fucking masterpiece. I think I've said this before.
Yeah.
But
although, I love that. I mean, that's probably one of my favorites as well. Although, as an adult, if you actually read the backstory, it's not so wonderful.
What you mean when you
didn't make it out to be?
When the prince fucks her and gets her pregnant?
Yeah. Well, there's
I love that.
The fact that she's underage as well.
Oh yeah, like she's 16.
Yeah.
Which is What, you've never fucked a sleeping 16-year-old and gotten her pregnant?
No.
Me neither, and that's good. That would actually be a deal breaker for me, I think. I would probably stop doing this show with you then.
Yeah. Mainly because I have this weird thing about
not fucking children.
Yeah, there's that.
That's not a weird thing, I will say.
Yeah, there's the power dynamic. This is why, and I think I mentioned this before, but I have a massive, but just my opinion, I have a massive problem with age gaps. Like especially if you're talking like 10 years or above.
I think it
I just have a
depends
bit
a lot, but in general, yeah, they're not that great.
like,
Um,
but yeah, um, but yeah, going to Disneyland Paris, and I must have, and what I was what I was 15.
yeah.
I was out there.
First time I left Sweden, I went to Italy with my class, and we were 18 years old. And here's a fun fact about Sweden: you're allowed to drink in the pub when you're 18 years old. However, you're not allowed to buy liquor or alcohol to bring home. Like you're not allowed to buy it in a store until you're 20 years old, which is a fucking bizarre rule. Um, but it's a rule that we have. And so this was the first time we were like, we have just been allowed in on the pub, like we're in that age, and then they send us off to fucking Italy, a country without an alcohol monopoly, which we have in Sweden. Uh, and what the instructions they give us for the 4 days that we're there is, we don't care just as long as you get up in the morning. So we're fucking tanked for the entire trip. And I like you can find alcohol in any fucking corner store there, but you can't find a fucking pack of cigarettes after 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
I swear to
Yeah.
God, it was horrifying. And then like we did the fun thing when you're abroad the first time. So we were like, okay, so we went to a strip club. This was a school trip, I would like to add. But like me and some friends decided to go to a strip club because why the fuck not?
Yeah.
It wasn't that fun. But in the cab way back, because we had been doing this thing where we were speaking Swedish and just like screaming and just like complaining about Italy, because
Yeah.
nobody understood us. So it was fun to do when we got lost on the subway or something. But we were in the taxi on the way back to the fucking hostel we were staying at, and one of my friends, the dumb motherfucker, decides to start shouting "fuck Italy" in English, and he's like, "They speak English, you fucking moron!"
Yeah.
So we got kicked out of the cab and had to walk the rest of the way back to the hostel.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, my entire life has been this fucking chaotic. It's not something that I picked up. I've always been a fucking chaos goblin. But then I went to Australia. I'm sorry that I decided that let's not talk about this fucking Trump decision, and instead let's do a fucking recap of all the places we've journeyed to. But you know how I'm by now.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather. I mean, yeah. It's like the only reason I played that clip is because this happened like 4 days ago, and I thought I'd bring it up. Like
Like
so,
I've said,
yeah,
this is how I get my news.
Yeah, so if you want to read more about it, then obviously go on to NBC or go elsewhere for your political news, because we're not really that. I mean, we touch on it here and there if we need to.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Go to Stormfront and read about it in the Nazi paper.
Yeah. I mean, America also had the recent mayoral elections.
Oh yeah,
Mamdani won the mayor.
Yeah, which was it was fun to see the meltdown on Twitter that day. That's how I found out that had happened. Everyone was just like posting pictures of. Everyone just posts pictures of like 9/11. Never forget.
Oh yeah.
I guess New York forgot, and it's like they didn't elect Osama bin Laden. He's been dead for.
Yeah.
14 years now, right?
Yeah. And you know,
Oh
they
my
tried
God.
to make out that, you know, Mamdani was a jihadist,
Yeah.
neglecting the fact that when 9/11 happened, he was 9 years old at the time.
I was 9 years old. He's my age? Fuck, I have not been doing
Yeah.
much with my life.
Let me have a look. I think he's
Remember, I was
he's
9.
about 34.
Yeah, it should
I
be.
think.
Well, 33 if it was 9. I was 9 years old when that happened.
Yeah, he's 34 years old.
No, yeah. So, well, then it
Yeah,
would be
so
10.
yeah, he was 9 years old when 9/11 happened.
That's fucking absurd. But
Yeah.
I was 9. I was 9 years old when that happened. I was in third grade, which is how grades work here. So if anyone is like, no, you're not 9 years old when you're in third grade, fuck you. We are in Sweden. I don't know how it is abroad.
Yeah.
But I was 9. I was 9 years, and I remember when it happened because I was so fucking angry at the people who flew the plane into the tower, for the simple reason that that week that they were showing like, oh my god, have you ever seen the 90s like Merlin show with Sam Neill as Merlin?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 4 episode miniseries, and they were showing that show that week, and they fucking pushed the episode that they were doing that day to the other to the next day because of September 11th, because of the
Yeah.
attacks on the Twin Towers. I was so fucking mad that I had to miss my show that day. And I was just like waiting for the newsreel to stop. Like, come on. So that was my 9/11.
Yep.
But speaking of flying airplanes, uh, no, but it's fucking dumb. It's also fucking dumb because like it's not even he's he's like a social democrat. He's not,
Yeah.
or
And
maybe
it's
more
like
democratic
all of
socialist. I'm
the
not. There's a difference between a jihadist and a democratic socialist.
yeah, it's like all of the Republicans had a meltdown because they tried to basically buy the election. They spent 22 million pounds, $20 million to buy the election, which failed.
Yeah,
Because
I
they
saw.
hinged. Because
Yeah,
they're so stupid. They backed Andrew Cuomo,
yeah,
who's
of
a
course they do.
paedophile and a sexual assaulter. And it's like,
Yeah. I mean, they do have a track record of doing that.
well, yeah, but it's
It's
like, yeah,
basically a
Mamdani
conservative
won.
ideal at this point.
Yeah. Over a million people turned out, and it's like, listen, like you can have issues with his policies. You know, it's like with any politician.
Yeah.
Right. That's fine, but to make out he's a jihadist, it's like,
I wish that would make it interesting. That would make it so fucking fascinating. Like, oh my god, now some real shit is going down.
yeah,
Some people just watch the world burn, and I'm one of them.
yeah.
But yeah, like no, it's not. Uh, it's
You know, it's like within a
but he's
space
one of
of
two. Yeah,
it's like within the space of I think 4 weeks, give or take. I don't really track, you know, days at this point. You had no kings, over 7 million
yeah,
people across multiple states. Um, Then you had obviously the mayoral election where you had Mamdani and a few other elections going off. And now you have Trump. Basically, the Supreme Court in America has basically given Donald Trump ultimate power, saying he can basically do what he wants, and he has been doing that. So he's once again attacking trans people, because of course, because
that's what he wants.
Yeah, and yeah, so
shit's going down.
Yeah, and it's like, it's getting to that time. It's getting to that time period now where it's like we're in November. It's been practically, we're almost in December, Christmas period, and it's like I just want to like knock off covering politics for the remainder of the year, and I just want to have fun, talk about what we want to talk about, because otherwise you're gonna have. You'll either have me
some down episodes.
Yeah, because it's like you'll either have me lose it and go off on one, or you'll have Max. And it's like, nah, can't be asked. So here's a PSA for anyone who wants to listen to politics or listen to political viewpoints. Then do go and find all the podcasts or all the people within that sphere. Because we're not really that political, again, unless it calls for it, and two, we can't be asked. So yeah, but going back to where places we've been, like I say, me, I've never been outside of the UK, except that one time with school.
I've been I've been to London once. Never again. That's my Holocaust. Never again. Oh my God! I need to shut the fuck up. No, but I've been to the UK. I've been to, and that's, I think, the only time I've been to England. Have I been to Leeds as well? I have this vague memory of being to Leeds at some point. Anyway, I've also been to Dublin. It was the worst weekend of my life. And I've been to Edinburgh loads of times, which rocked. Like, I love Edinburgh. It's a great place. It's a great place. And those are the places in. Well, I was about to say those are the places in the UK, but I think some Irish people would have a little bit of a problem with me saying that Dublin would be a part of the UK. I think I would get fucking bombed by the IRA if I did that. Rightfully. I've been to Italy, like I said. Have I been to any place else in Europe? I probably have. Fuck, I don't remember. I've never been to France. I've never been to Germany. I've been to Australia. Like, I did the best trip I ever did was this, like, 1.5 month long trip I did to. So it started in the Gold Coast in Australia. Lovely place, fucking lovely place. Only problem is that we did this during our summer, and if anybody knows about that hemisphere, they get summer in our winter. So we went to I mean, it was still warm. It was still like it wasn't like we ran into snow in Australia, but it was still like it was about 20 degrees Celsius tops while we were there, and we didn't get cancer from the sun, which was great. Didn't see a single fucking spider. Was there for several weeks, which was nice because I have a severe arachnophobia. But So we went from the Gold Coast to Sydney and then to Perth. Stayed in Fremantle for a bit. A lot of flying. Like this was all done during like 2 weeks or so, and then for some we decided to go to fucking Indonesia. So we go to Bali from Australia, stay there for a while, go to the Gili Islands in Australia. Only time I've ever been woken up by a fucking like our I don't remember what they're called, but like the big prayer towers that they have in Muslim countries, because all of Indonesia is Muslim except for Bali, which is Hindu, but which is weird. But we went to the Gili Islands, and like our hotel was right fucking next to the praying tower. That started screaming at 5 o'clock in the morning, and we had just gotten in and were like severely fucking hungover. Went to a party boat there. Ate the like most late pizza I've ever had. I waited for a pizza for 90 minutes at some point, and I spent an entire day just drinking in the bar pool. And best part about Indonesia, best place I've ever been to, because I could literally smoke everywhere. I was there with my girlfriend at the time's family. I was sitting smoking cigarettes at the fucking breakfast table. It was wonderful. It's the best thing.
Yeah.
I was just constantly fucking chain smoking, and it was cheap as well. We were millionaires there, literally. Like, uh, 1 Swedish crown is like 1,500 Indonesian rupiah, and like 1 Swedish crown is like 0.10, 0.1 pound just for that exchange. I think a pound is like 10 crowns. So like it was woo, all of a sudden we would like going to the ATM to take out fucking millions of money, which was nice. It was like I have to punch in so many zeros to get what I need to do. But then again, cigarettes cost like thousands. So
Yeah.
and then we went back to Bali because we decided fuck the Gili Islands. It's a fucking party resort, and that wasn't what we were looking for. We went back to Bali, and then we went to Singapore, and then I went home, and I was the most jet lagged I've ever been in my entire fucking life. So like, for several days, I didn't know when it was in the day. So it was like
Yeah.
when I'm in. I wasn't doing as many binges during this period of my life, but it was basically like when I've binged too much. And like you've seen me when I've been up for days and like doing trying to record with me. Then it's a fucking nightmare. Uh, me just crawling on the fucking ceiling. So yeah, but now I just have unmedicated ADHD instead to deal with. Maybe I should start getting medication for that. That would be a cheaper way to get amphetamines, I guess. Anyway, uh,
Yeah.
that story didn't have a point, but it was a fun. There's also
Yeah.
like we took several photos of it on that trip, and like apparently like we can barely use any of the photos that I'm in because apparently I was just grabbing my girlfriend's tits for all of them. Like just doing the like reach around and like honk. it's there are so many nice pictures of like the entire family being gathered, and then in the fucking end of the line it's just me like which is but that was how I used to pose when we took photos together, so I didn't have it in me to stop. And why that was how I used to pose, I don't know. I was kind of a piece of shit. uh,
Yeah. I that I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. Like the
I think
only
those are the places I've been. Sorry.
yeah. Yeah, it's like I said, the only places I've been, obviously, is within the UK because none of my family members, well, immediate family, have passports, and so we never needed to go outside of the UK to enjoy a holiday. I did go
That was
to
yeah.
um the South End, which is basically 50-ish miles away from London, with my ex at the time. And that was fun. Well, I say it's fun. It wasn't really fun because we went to a funeral. So yeah, that part wasn't fun.
It's a party.
But yeah, a party of some sort. But yeah, I mean, we enjoyed it. But yeah, it's like, yeah, if I was to travel abroad, I'd probably go by boat.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I love airplane. I will say the trip to Australia, because I was doing that alone because my girlfriend's family was already there. Like, because I had to, like, my summer vacation hadn't started when they left, so I left it. I went and met them there. So I did alone, and I was like doing the math, and like I can actually fly first class now, which
Yeah.
completely fucked up my savings. I spent my life savings on that first class ticket. I swear to God, it was fucking expensive. In a way that to this day, I still feel the economical ramification of buying that one first class ticket to Australia. But I will say this. It was completely fucking worth it because that was the best flight I've ever been on. It was amazing, and they had the best Bloody Mary. I love Bloody Mary. It's my favorite drink of all time. I also, God, I feel like having a Bloody Mary right now. But it would give me such fucking ant vibe, I think, sitting here with my home rolled cigarettes, drinking a Bloody Mary. But on the way back from there, I flew with the family, and like when we were flying from Singapore, and that was the flight in which I entered into the exclusive Mile High Club. Because we did fuck on that airplane, and it was none of us wanted it. Neither of us wanted it, but we also realized that this is the only chance we're ever going to get to actually do this. And the entire plane was fucking asleep at this moment, and we were just like looking at each other like, yeah, fine, we'll just go. So we just went to the bathroom and had the saddest fuck I've ever had in my entire life. Like the most pathetic, like just none of us wanted it. I had to like jerk up my fucking semi-boner and then just like, yeah, well, fine, let's. Fuck, that was amazing. Out of all the places I've fucked in, and I think I did a tweet thread about this at some point, but like out of all the places I've fucked in, which involves but are not limited to, in a moving car, in the boot of a moving car, I shall say, while they were on the highway, underneath a table while there was a party going on, in a room with my friends playing like sports commentators, in a bed with my best friend sleeping next to us, in my best friend's brother's bed, just because we decided someone needs to fuck in it and he's not going to anytime soon. In a bush, like basically in a shrubbery. The Knights of Saint Denis was gathered around us, locked inside some sort of weird box, locked inside a garage, and like underwater. We did well. We our heads were above water, and we were like having like rings around us, and we were just starting to fuck while we were slowly drifting downstream here in the middle of Stockholm. Like all of those. The most uncomfortable place I've ever fucked was in the bathroom of a fucking airplane. I'm trying to
I'm
think.
not surprised. Like, do you like?
I'm trying to think.
Don't know
Like,
how people
I'm
manage
surprised that it
because-
beats the boot of a moving car on the highway.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know how people within the Mile High Club do it, because if you just look at the size of the toilet on a plane, it's the same. It's the same when you look at the side of the toilet on a train. It's like, how the fuck do you manage to fit two people in that small space?
Poorly.
Is beyond me.
I will say poorly. You managed to fit it.
Well, yeah.
I think my quote to her when we like opened the door and actually saw how small it was, "I have a cock bigger than this. I can't fit in this." Uh, but you know, you cramp in and you try.
Well,
Um,
yeah.
but it sucked. It fucking sucked. But like you know, I can at least say that I'm a part of the Mile High Club, and like yeah,
Well, yeah. There is that.
because because that feels like something I should be. Like it
Yeah.
fits my energy. I think it fits my
Yeah.
energy well. Uh,
Yeah. I don't think you'll ever. Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't think you'll ever find me in that position.
no,
But then again, I don't know, because again, I've never flown on an airplane, obviously.
no.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I don't
mean,
know.
like that is kind of a requirement. I guess
Well,
you can have a balloon as well,
yeah.
but that would be weird. Also, I don't think you get mile high in an air balloon.
No.
I don't even think you're actually. I don't think you actually get mile high in an airplane either. I think that's a misnomer, actually.
Yeah.
I think the name's a
Yeah.
misnomer. I'm going to
Mm.
go step out and smoke, so but I will
Yeah.
hear
That's
you.
fine.
But I won't
Yeah.
because I don't have a fucking screen on my laptop anymore, so I can't bring it out. Because literally, like, I have to plug my laptop into my fucking stationary. It sucks dick with a straw.
Yeah. Uh.
Oh, fuck. Oh, cunt! Fucking hell. There we go. I forgot my fucking lighter.
Let's have a quick look. We Here's an article on them.us. Headline is librarian fired for defending LGBTQ plus books, will be paid $700,000, a $700,000 settlement. Terry Leslie said she hoped the move would be a deterrent to others fighting the First Amendment. Because, you know, we all know how massive Republicans are about their First Amendment, but they'll surely shoot anyone down for using theirs. Terry Leslie worked for the Campbell County Public Library System, CCPLS, for 27 years and served as its executive director for 11 of those years. However, in 2021, at the height of the pandemic, a few Campbell County residents began demanding that the library board move LGBTQ plus books aimed at children and young adults to the adult section, calling them pornographic. Of course they use that word. And obscene. Per Leslie's lawsuit in June of that year, County Commissioners Dale Selstad and Colleen Faber emailed Leslie to complain about a Pride Month post on the library systems blog. Of course, Selstad claimed that teaching this kind of behaviour to minors is up to the parents, not the government. While Faber similarly told Leslie that I would like to see this type of information and topics be a discussion between parents and families. Okay, but what if parents, families aren't open to that kind of discussion? Or, in fact, that happens to quite a lot of, gay kids and LGBTQ+, they get kicked out.
Yeah.
So,
they want, that's what they want.
Yeah.
But like, I will say, as someone worked and will work again in the educational field, if educational books about sex is pornographic to you, about anything regarding sex is pornographic to you, you have the fucking most boring sex life ever, and you need to get laid, you boring cunt. Like, Jesus fucking Christ.
But the sad thing is, though, that none of these people will ever get laid because because everything to them in their worldview is abhorrent, and it's like, and to that point, I just say
Puritanism again.
Yeah, I just say to that person, like, just don't leave your house. Just lock yourself in. Or better yet, just give me a key, and I'll fucking bolt you in your house, so you can't escape.
Yeah.
Anyway, in July of 2021, a few Campbell County residents asked the County Board of Commissioners to remove LGBTQ+ books from the library's children and young adult sections. Of the 4 books specifically mentioned at the meeting, 3 were LGBTQ+, a quick and easy guide to queer and trans identities by Maddie G. and Jules.
Oh, that's so pornographic.
Yeah. All Out, the no longer secret stories of queer teens throughout the ages, edited by Sandra Mitchell, and music from Another World by Robin Talley. Later that same day, Selstad also objected to a trans magician's upcoming performance at the library's Campbell branch. Okay, so magicians aren't allowed in the library either. Okay. Later that month, an anonymous source sent Leslie screenshots of a group chat in which Selstad and Faber allegedly conspired with community members to ban certain library books, put an end to the trans magician's magic show. It's a fucking magic show, for fuck's sake. And fired Leslie for opposing banning LGBTQ+ books. Over the next 2 years, Leslie maintained that removing said books from the library's children and YA sections would not only be discriminatory towards the LGBTQ+ community, it would constitute censorship and violate the First Amendment. Meanwhile, a few residents continue to advocate for restricting, and I would hazard to guess that most of these residents were basically fucking elderly or transphobic bigots, including This Book is Gay by Juno Dawson in 2022. The American
that sounds like
Library
me reviewing
Association,
something.
LA awarded Leslie its John Philip Imroth Memorial Award, which honors personal courage in defense of freedom of expression. However, in July of 2023, the library board ultimately terminated Leslie from her position in a 4-1 vote. According to her lawsuit, in a subsequent public meeting, the library board discussed the job description for the library's now vacant executive director position, speaking about eliminating ALA ideology and indoctrination. In response, Leslie filed a 78-page complaint against Campbell County, the county library board, and several local county commissioners in the U.S. District Court for Wyoming in April. She accused the defendants of firing her as retaliation for refusing to censor library books and of denying her a fair review process following her dismissal. I'm not going to go on, but basically she got the last laugh because she was awarded $700,000 in a settlement.
Good.
So, fuck them.
The good people won. I'm sorry. I'm fucking knackered. I've not been myself the last few weeks, so I'm going to have to pop off in a bit, or like now.
Yeah, that's fine.
It takes a lot to grieve, and also
Yeah.
I think the fucking hormones are working because I'm becoming a teenager again. I just sleep and eat, and smoke, and have weird sexual fantasies about
Yeah, well,
older men.
I think I'm gonna join you in that as well and log off because I spent most of the day editing my book.
I will say that. Oh, is it going well?
So yeah, it's a pain in the arse to do, but yeah,
I will
it's
say,
going well.
surprisingly, Jesus fucking Christ, the reason I'm for anyone watching, the reason I'm sitting like a fucking maniac right now is because I'm fucking sore. It's apparently tits hurt when they grow out.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
No, I had heard it, but Jesus fucking Christ, it's welcome to HRT Max. You're going to hear about my tits for the upcoming years.
Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, that would be
I'm gonna
it. I mean,
padding my bra.
Yeah. So yeah, that would be it from us. And
Yeah.
For clarification, I
Hopefully
did
I
say
will-
in the beginning that we might not be on for long. So So yeah, that will be it from us. We will be back obviously same time next week. Where hopefully we are feeling a lot more energetic. But who knows?
Yeah.
We will see.
Like sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. I'm going through a fucking grieving process right now. I'm
so that's
wallowing in my own sadness.
understandable. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna. So thanks.
I'm literally just watching Dimension 20. That's all I'm doing all day.
Yeah.
Lying down and watching Dimension 20.
Yeah. So yeah, we will see you.
Watch a good.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So we will see you on next week's live. So I'm gonna. So yeah, stay safe. Look after your mental health. And yeah, bye.
Give me all the drugs you have because I fucking need them.
Yep.
I will make sure to discard them in a safe way.